Hi, I'm Harish. I'm a faculty member in mechanical engineering here at IIT Gandhinagar. I got my PhD from the University of Michigan in 2007, and then I taught at Syracuse University for about 4 years.
Hello, I am Bhaskar Datta, faculty in chemistry at IIT Gandhinagar. I joined here in December of 2011. I received my PhD from Carnegie Mellon University and then was a postdoctoral fellow at Georgia Institute of Technology for a few years. Prior to coming here, I was a faculty member at Missouri State University in the Department of Chemistry there.
Hi, I'm Emila. I am a faculty in Material Science and Engineering discipline. I joined IIT Gandhinagar in middle of July 2011. Prior to that, I was living in Germany and I did my PhD in Max Planck Institute of Metal Research, Stuttgart, and my postdoc in another Max Planck Institute in Halle.
Hi, I'm Atul Bhargav. I got my PhD from University of Maryland, and this was in the area of fuel cell systems. My bachelor's degree is from IIT Madras.
Hello, my name is Srinivas Reddy. I joined in March of 2012 in the Department of Humanities, where I teach Indian music and Indian literature. Prior to that, I did my studies in the US at the University of California, Berkeley, where I studied South Asian studies.
So, Srinivas, you joined here very recently as a week ago. What brought you here? Why not some other place?
Well, I was very much inspired by the idea that I could come back to India after living in the US for a long time, especially because I had studied a lot of Indian literature and Indian music. And the idea of being able to teach that material back to Indians was very exciting. Specifically, Professor Jain had done some promotional work and attracted a lot of attention to the fact that they wanted to develop more humanities at IIT Gandhinagar. So, Atul, what brought you to IIT Gandhinagar?
Well, I met Professor Jain when he came to Maryland. At the time, before I attended his talk, I was kind of debating whether to, go into academia, going to industry. If academia, then whether I should go into an established IIT or a new IIT. But when I heard Professor Jain talk, I felt that it was more than just a new IIT. It was a chance to do something really different, chance to do something that will be well known probably for many decades to come, a chance to be part of something that you would normally not get to be part of. And that sense of challenge and that sense of expedition, I would say, is what got me interested in IIT Gandhinagar.
So, Atul, I had a similar conclusion, but I had a very different thought process. When I was looking for faculty positions here in India, I was primarily looking at the so-called established IITs. Then I had heard about IIT Gandhinagar from a couple of my associates and collaborators. So I visited IIT Gandhinagar, and that's when there was a radical shift in my perception of how IIT Gandhinagar is growing. I saw that there was a lot of vibrancy and energy here, a lot of young faculty with diverse backgrounds. And speaking with Professor Jain, I could feel the energy here, and that's what changed my mind completely.
I had a very similar time when I visited IIT Gandhinagar. I found the environment and the culture in the faculty to be extremely energetic and vibrant. And I was really amazed by the level of interaction between faculty across disciplines. That was probably, and is probably one of the main reasons why I decided to join IIT Gandhinagar. Emila, what made you join IIT Gandhinagar?
I always wanted to come back to India and I was looking for possibilities, and I had an opportunity to have a telephonic conversation with Professor Jain and kind of dynamism, the kind of motivation he provided me, and that made me to only apply to this place and join here eventually. My experiences with IIT Gandhinagar has been remained very good. The only thing is I miss the campus life. People, all the faculties, all the staff, all the students living in one campus would have given me a little bit more pleasure.
Yeah, that's a very valid concern, but my response would be in two parts. First of all, even though we don't have a campus, we are not short on facilities. We have everything here. We have computer facilities, lab facilities, teaching facilities. But another point is, imagine you buy your own plot of land and you're building your house and you're decorating it and you have the freedom to design it whichever way you want. Now scale it up to a campus. So it's a very exciting time for IIT Gandhinagar in my mind. What do you think, Atul?
Yes, in fact, we are just going into the master plan, architecture, design, and so on. And we are tremendously excited.
We are also building research infrastructure here in the temporary campus. We are now in the process of procurement of really high-end research equipment.
Such as, can you give an example?
For example, XRD, SEM, AFM, NMR, mass spectrometer.
In terms of having the administrative infrastructure to actually have things happen, I think is something really great, because you can have a wonderful campus with lots of buildings and all sorts of things, but if you can't get anything done, then there's no fun and no enjoyment of that facility. So I think the critical thing that I've seen here is very inspired, clear thinking people on the ground, which I think makes the university exactly what we want it to be.
We have already 3 buildings completely built and functional with labs inside them, including research and also teaching labs. We are in the process of building a 4th one, and then we are already planning for a 5th one, and this is all in the temporary campus. So the idea is that we should never compromise on research or teaching.
How do you see IIT Gandhinagar projected, let's say, 10 years down the line?
I think IIT Gandhinagar is going to have a unique campus. It's going to have a very open work culture. Of course, it starts with the director, but I see that the same culture is being absorbed by the young faculty here, and now it's no longer Professor Jain who is driving most of the initiatives, but it's coming from the faculty. So I think this foretells a very exciting future for IIT Gandhinagar.
Yep. To be more specific about the campus, I think I've been part of some of the discussions, and what I see is that everyone among us shares this passion about the campus being a very unique place, a very unique IIT, a very unique university.
Yeah, and it's a unique location also, right? Right on the banks of the Sabarmati River and in Gandhinagar area, and surrounded by wilderness. We have some peacocks there, some wildlife there. So it's a nice place. I think it's going to be a very unique and nice campus.
It goes back to one of the core philosophies of almost every faculty who's working here, which is the belief in a more holistic form of education rather than just putting in specific bits of knowledge in individuals and expecting them to be experts in that field. That is definitely having a lot of resonance across campus in any discipline that you can reach into. And I think that is definitely something that makes IIT Gandhinagar very prominent.
I would say, again, I like to compare IIT Gandhinagar with a great expedition that you would undertake with a group of highly motivated people. And I see this as a great expedition that is taking off from the base camp, and we have places to go.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. It's no fun doing it alone. It's very simple, right? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. It's just one line. Okay? Sing it. The answer, my friend.